Hi, I'm Charlie, and this is going to be the first video in a series of videos about playing to fit the song. So essentially how this whole thing will work is we're going to have 3 videos, and each video is going to cover a different aspect of playing to fit the song. So we're going to have one video which is going to be covering repeating melodic ideas, which is this one. And then after this, we're going to have targeting chord tones. And then we're going to have our last one, which is what I like to call genre appropriateness. And I'll go into all that stuff in those videos. But the focus of today's video is going to be on repeating melodic ideas. So I guess let's just get started with like what are melodic ideas and how can we apply it while playing. So a melodic idea is just essentially a short little phrase that we play along with our track. So for example, the backing track we've just had on there is in the key of E minor. So what we're going to do is we're going to stick on this backing track, and I'll demonstrate like essentially what a repeating melodic idea would look like. So that short little phrase there is essentially our melodic idea. So it can be honestly as simple as that with just 3 notes in it. It can be even less than that. It can be 2. But the key thing with it is to understand the rhythm that you're playing and kind of the what we talk about, like the pitch of the notes essentially. So is going from low to high? Is it going essentially like low, high, middle, or something along the lines of that? And once we've kind of like registered what that is, we will stop what we're doing and we'll just play that part. So like I did there with the track, I came up with my short melodic phrase, which was so that's very straightforward. And what we do with it is we essentially just try and keep our rhythm the same, but change the notes around a little bit. And it's a technique that so many great guitarists use. Gary Moore, he does it in Still Got the Blues. And then we've got the Sweet Child of Mine solo does it in the first one. The first 2 do it actually, where he goes. Just to name a few. But the key thing they all have is the rhythm is the same, but the notes change. So in Sweet Child of Mine, perfect example. Our rhythm is always staying the same as do 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 do. Excuse my terrible singing. The key thing there is the rhythm. The rhythm is the same, but the notes change. So we're gonna apply that to our own playing, and it's gonna work. It's gonna work great because the reason why it works is the audience is able to kind of latch on to that idea. It's easily recognizable because it's short, and so it doesn't get repetitive and boring. We just move around different notes in our scale or key or or arpeggio or 3-note per string scale or anything along the lines of that, it's going to work for. So if I demonstrate this with the track. What we're doing there is we're essentially just playing about with our scale, but keeping that rhythm the same. And it's going to work great. So how we practice this is, it's pretty straightforward. Is we're just going to stick on the backing track. So if you're watching this, feel free to do the same thing yourself. And what we're going to do is just find an idea. So first thing that comes to our mind, we're going to play and we're going to remember what we've played. So if we play the track. Idea there is this. So that pattern is our idea, and we're just going to move that around and see what we get. And it's always nice to change it up at the end because it can get repetitive if we do it too much. So let you have a go now. So just mess around, come up with an idea, and just move it around the scale. Move it around the neck, wherever you want. So we're in the key of A minor, so just do whatever you want. Find your idea. Once you've got your idea, just move it around your scale. Keep that rhythm the same. Keep your pitch similar. So whether you're going from a low note to a high note to a low note, and just move it around, and you'll come up with some great ideas. And it's kind of the first step to becoming super melodic. And like I say, Slash, Gary Moore, Steve Lukather is a great example of someone that does this. But yeah, how I mess around with that, and then we'll move on to the next video, and we'll continue on our little series on how to play to fit the song.